Okay, we should be live now. We should live now. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Let me know. Let me know. So we're gonna have a discussion today. We're gonna have a discussion today. Real one. Real discussion. So this is USDJPY. I want to make sure everyone can hear me before I start talking. So now, as you can see on my screen right now, we took a loss. This loss. I want to explain why we took this loss. Why we took this loss and what we are going to be expecting from USDJPY tomorrow. So make sure I share this to the Telegram boys so that they can join me as well, join us on this live as well. I'm trying to access the comment section so that I can read what you are saying and make sure I'm being heard. So this have actually happened to me before. Came on live and I was just talking to myself. Damn, I was just talking to myself for hours. For hours. So let me know whether you guys. Who is this person here now? I said thanks. Chidima something. Can you hear me? Chidima Ozokwere. Can you hear me? Okay. Said you are doing great. So since I'm being heard, let me start. Just gonna drop this on Telegram community now. So this is USDJPY. We took a loss today on Telegram. Yeah, Telegram here. I'm gonna be showing you guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be showing how I caught this and why I know actually it is a low probability setup that I could expect something like this, and what's my higher probability setup will definitely look like. Then I'm gonna be talking about a good setup we took last week that was that became a take profit this week. Became a take profit. So it was no trading from the SOL community. So now, so currently on Telegram we are 104 members on Telegram. 104. Let me post this so that we are live. We are live on YouTube to explain all these trades. Join now. Join now. Okay. What the fuck did I? We are love. We men who here. And they talk love. So now we have 3 people online currently. So now JPY now. But look at the setup right here now. And by should be around 8 a.m. So in I believe in always taking my setup. So I don't, even though I see someone out there telling me, okay, he want to sell, that will not make me want to, stop trading or try to sell immediately. I always follow rules, in the sense that if I don't follow these rules, I'm gonna actually stop. I'm gonna actually stop trading for the day, because of one of the rules I follow used to say that stop trading whenever I disobey a subatomic part, is what, seeing my setup because of someone out there, and I decide not to, enter the setup. So now, USD JPY, the 4 hour time frame. So before we talk about USD JPY, this is gold here. These are two major things I want to talk about in this life here. So whenever you take a loss in the market and you start being a little bit attached to the loss, you feel sad. Normally you are supposed to feel sad because of the mind. You've not structured the mind yet to not feel sad. So this trade is a 1 is to 4 risk reward ratio right here now, sent out to Telegram community last week. Then this trade is what currently running a 1 is to 3.6 risk reward ratio. It was tricky, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What it actually took me out at break even, but there are still people still holding on to this particular trade. So when everybody was calling gold sell, 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 I was actually calling gold buy. So my last live here should be last week. I made mention of what we are going to expect sales according to what I was talking about. Then the following morning, because I normally come to life on at night. The following morning, so this was the following morning, December 18th. In gold, we are looking for buys that I know I said at the live stream sales, but we have changed. So market is constantly printing something for us. I don't predict the market. I give you scenarios, and market is constantly printing those scenarios for us. So after I told them this now, then what most of them that are actually told sales now decided to, let's wait for Victor Snow's buy. And this was when I sent it out, that trade here now. I'm buying gold right here now. I'm buying gold right here now. So I normally tell them here, take nothing less than 1 is to 2 risk reward ratio. So now, and this was when markets moved to almost 1.3, and then stopped us out as what, break even right here. To them that I'm exiting as a break even now. So now, Anchor you see currently is running a 1 is to 3 risk reward ratio, 3.6 risk reward ratio, which according to what I'm seeing right here, it's the structure I have. You all know that I trade nothing less than the 4 hour time frame. My trades have been made from the 4 hour time frame. I go to the 15 minutes, 2 hour, 1 hour, sometimes for my entries. Then the daily what, I use candle range theory on the daily. Then now let's talk about for the USDJPY. I just needed to show you guys that and what made me take the buy, that I took a loss. So now now. But if you check now, if you can zoom out, but we've been I step away on during August just because of my own mental health and also because of the holidays, because of choppy market condition. So what can you see now? Markets was made a break of market structure. What I used to know my trend is break of market structure. And if you've been watching my videos, I do talk about strong break and weak break of market structures, in the sense that if we I'm coming traders, I'm coming. Any pay you want me to talk about, don't worry, it's right there, and I'll be answering each one of them. How am I supposed to find all these? Okay. Apologize because of the cough. So I normally used to be on AC and fan. So headaches because of trading. Because I'm actually a medical student. So I'm combining two professional something. Since that it requires both the mental aspect of yourself and the financial aspect of yourself. So you kind of, I tend to have it mixes up both a risk to reward ratio. Yeah, you can actually buy from here, but what because of we deal with risk to reward ratios, we want to get in at the best price humanly possible, but wait for what we call a pullback. So this is that for basic market structure in an option. Then I used to go ahead to tell you guys in my video that with each one of these guys, I know what works the most. Remember, what we are doing in trading is we do what works the best in the market. That anybody that tells you that a weak structure is what determines our trend, anybody that tells you a weak break of market structure is actually a strong level to buy from. Let's see, I have a weak here break of market structure, weak break of market structure here. Let's see now, a candle went above these highs. I don't know whether you guys are understanding what I'm trying to explain. Candle went above these particular highs and rejected down below, and probably would start with an order block. Yeah, you catch some setups, but in long term it's not advisable, which I do talk so much about here. Is not, if you watch the video I posted, I talked about success in trading is not a trade you took, is the trade you took what this week, next week, next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks. That's why probably you take a trade today, win. If you don't, if you don't, if you don't know how to manage your something very, very well, you end up what being at loss. That's why at the beginning of the month, let's say at the beginning of this December, you might be having what winning weeks, but you still end December with what losses. That's why trading is unpredictable. But if you do the right things, it is predictable. And you can actually start the month with losses, and you end the month with wins. Take for example here now, I was telling them now this morning because of this week. This morning I decided to calculate the trades we took since last 2 weeks. I sent out on this Telegram community now. So now I was like, since last 2 weeks, good morning family. Since last 2 weeks, we've taken 11 trades here. 6 weeks, so we take nothing less than a 2 RR and what 3. We took 6 wins, 3 losses, and 2 break-evens, and we take nothing less than what 2 RR in the market. So if you times 6 times 2, remember most of us take more than this 2 RR. Take me for example, I have trades 4 RR, 5 RR. So now basically now 6 times 2, now 2 RR is what 12 RR risk reward ratio that we've made. Or minus 3 losses. Now what can we have now? 9 RR. Now 9 RR now, even though you decide to risk 1% per trade, what can you see what a 9% profit in just 2 weeks? Is it not okay as a trader? Let's say you take a $50,000 account, $25,000 account. Is it not excessively? Most traders average 2 RR a month, some 3 RR a month. It's in just 2 weeks. When you come to this group, which I will be pasting the link here now, you go ahead and check all trades. I document all my wins, all my loss. I don't tend to hide anything. So what? So strong and weak break of market structure. So I would normally use strong breaks of market structure. Now there's what I call a liquidity zone. Which are levels created by the institution to induce price. So normally market is supposed to what return deep into this level. But can you see what market made a market so market made a short pullback right here. So this is a low, this is a high. Can you see how it came in due? What tapped what can you see what another block level. So initially if you are taking this trade now, how many RR in Gombe? So finish is asking whether this is SNL. No, the trades I sent out this week is not SNL trade. So I have 2 strategies that I use on 2 different accounts. What my normal strategy and the SNL strategy. Both work hand to hand. Both are what high win rate strategies. So I think I have a video that is on YouTube, but I've not scheduled it first. That it was when we took an SNL trade was earlier this month. earlier this month. That's when we took an SNL trade. So this is SMC. This trade sent out is SMC. Market would have given you at least a 1:4 RR before coming towards here now to invalidate this other block right here. So now August, now why did we invalidate this zone? What August? Now what, if we are consolidating, normally this setup is supposed to move to take profit level, but this August something invalidated this setup for us right here. Well, at least it gave us a 1:4 odd ratio right here now. So if you check now, what led me to all this is what I use what major breaks of market structure. We have two breaks of market structure, a weak break of market structure and a strong break of market structure. Let me see whether I can see a weak break of market structure. Yeah, good, fantastic. Now most of you here will mark out this as your break of market structure. Let me ask you, since you've been using this, have you seen any improvement in your trading? This is it. I don't know how to make this bold. This is it. What do you think about this strong and weak break of market structure? Which do you use? Let me know in the comment section here. So now can you see this is the zone I marked out? Market could return to, but we didn't now. But we don't. Most traders will dwell here, and probably when you dwell here, can you see market have gone and left you out, and markets can come back. When it comes back here, now it invalidates you out. Now heading forward now. So now we notice 4 hour is in an uptrend, so it is unwise for you to try to look for sales. But look what I looked for sales. I was selling again because of there is what we call structural bias. Everybody used to preach. In fact, if you take trades only in direction of your trend, you lose 90 to 95% of the trades you take. If you take trades only caring about the if you take trades only caring about your direction, if you lose trades after trades, because of currently in 2025 direction doesn't work. Okay, if they say always make sure anybody you meet, they tell you always be in direction of the trend, you are trading against the trend. The trend is your friend. Let me tell you, if you don't know your structural bias, the trend is your enemy. Say you find a way to learn your structural bias. So now we are in an uptrend here now. What when market came now to this valid low right here, I've explained this before. But I knew that what market could push towards what I call a liquidity level right here. Push into it. And within this liquidity level, we have what? An order block level right here. So it is like a magnet. It is being drawn to these levels now. What I will do is I will go to the day time frame. Use my candle range theory from and trade towards this level, knowing naturally we are drawn here. Draw on liquidity is where price is going to in the market. So if I notice that okay, now that we are drawn to this 4-hour liquidity level here now, just like when I said that I want to go to Ghana and I'm in Nigeria. So what I'll do is I'll board a plane and move to Ghana, or I'll enter bus, or I'll trek. I'll cross. Is this Sambisa forest that they used to follow and go? or South Sudan, I'll be what I'll trek. So whichever it is, you find a way to what go there. Once you've made up your mind. Yeah, that's what I'm explaining. Yeah, I know that today is. Let me show you now. I know that today is a loss on USD trade we took. Yeah, that's what I'm explaining. Why we took the loss and everything. So now, so no matter whatever towards Ghana, the power of the universe all will be working in your favor to get to Ghana. So as what once we've been able to what mark out our draw on liquidity, that we are drawn to this, the whole what purpose of the market is what the whole universe, the whole is for our draw on liquidity. It was like this now. And can you see what how I made this buy here? 1:4 risk reward ratio. Took another buy here, constantly taking buys. Then once we got to this what you draw on liquidity right here, what did I do? What I started looking for sales. I don't care about whether it is an uptrend, downtrend. No, the trend is your enemy. Now, what I was talking about trade recap last week, making life here now. We were currently here last week here now. What was I talking about now? You guys asked me what do we expect from USDJPY this particular week. What did I say now? I gave you guys two scenarios. Either we break this low right here and what react from what this rejection block right here to the upside, or we can continue going to the downside. Then again, I marked out this particular other block right here now because of what we are here now. We could be drawn towards this, could be this 4-hour liquidity level again, which what happened. So why we didn't get any buy was zones we marked out. Market wasn't giving me enough interest signals. That's why we didn't get any buy to here now. So now can you see what can anybody now point out why this is a low probability setup for me on this USDJPY? What naturally we are drawn to what naturally we are drawn to this currently we are drawn to this level right here. Means that using our structural bias we want to start moving to this level right here. But I took a buy because of I was using candle range theory. So I've already noted this is a low probability setup for me. Now what I will do is if I want to sell from this zone right here, what I'll do is I'll go to the 15 minutes time frame. I want to sell from here to the downside. What will I see here now? If you my mentorship, I do talk about what first of all we want a liquidity to be taken, then another liquidity to be taken again, and what again do we have? What we have what an order block. So those of to have strength to be sending all these particular thing now set up right here. So those of us in our private mentorship, what you guys would have caught this particular guy right. You see what a 1:5 risk to reward ratio. Now selling this guy right here now because I have two models. I told you guys I have two what strategy I use. So now there's something we do levels right here now. We refine this MSNR level to here now. So it's an MSNR level. Something like an intro with there will be what 10 risk reward ratio. This is how I use my MSNR levels when it's to 10 risk reward ratio. So now let me still leave that. That's the we expect from tomorrow. Is we can what we expect market to what sell to this zone right here. Right. Then if entry signal now, what I will do is come to level right here. Or drawn to this level right here now. Then right here. That's what I expect from USDJ tomorrow. Then if you have any question, drop it, and anything you would want me to explain, drop it at this comment section here now. So now this gold buy that I sent out last week right here now. That's what I want to talk about. So now can you see it's currently running a 1:3.6 risk reward ratio currently now. Let me find this setup. Let me find this setup on gold. Where can I see the setup? So now in my last section here on YouTube, I talked about what that we are. If you joined, you notice I was talking about we are gonna be having sales on gold. We're gonna be having sales on gold now. Then I told you guys I don't predict the markets, I react to the market. That's why I don't tend to, forex traders used to, or traders in general, they used to have ego a lot, in the sense that they are always out there dragging who knows the next direction of the market, or who knows the best way market is going. That's why if you see me, I don't used to be in many trading groups, in the sense that they are always there to exercise their ego on who knows the best, which in trading doesn't reward who knows the best. So now on that life, with what the market was telling me, I told you guys that we're gonna be having sales on gold. Then when we got the following morning, what I told you guys, in gold now we are looking for buys, not sales. I still told you guys that I know that at the live streams that we talked about, we are looking for sales, but that have changed because of what I don't predict the market. I do what the market is doing. I react. So once you are able to structure yourself like water is flexible, it's neutral. If you pour it into what a container, it takes the shape of that particular container. If you pour it out, it flows to accommodate any available space. If you take water from a river, you put it inside a bottle, it will take that shape of, and that's what trading is all about. That's why you notice a strategy what that works last 4 years now. There was time support and resistance, they were working. Buy from a support level, sell from a resistance level. But currently those things don't work again because of the trading market is constantly changing. You have to be always updating and refine your system. and that's why I talk about in my mentorship